Terry Fox is in the early stages of the biggest marathon of his young life.
I don't think I understood how hard it was for him to run a marathon a day on one leg.
Terrence Terry Stanley Fox was born on July 28, 1958 in Winnipeg, Manitoba. His family, including his older brother Fred Fox, his younger sister Judy Alder Fox, his younger brother Daryl Fox, as well as his parents Betty and Raleigh Fox, all moved to Port Coquitlam in 1968. When Terry was only 18 years old, he was diagnosed with cancer in his right leg. There was no saving the leg and it had to be surgically amputated. This event in Terry's life rocked his world, but little did he know at the time that it would also change the course of Canadian history. Now needing a prosthetic leg, Terry decided to dedicate the rest of his life to raising money for cancer research. On April 12, 1980, at the age of 22, Terry Fox began his journey by taking water from the coast of St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador into an empty glass bottle. His goal? To run across Canada and put that water into the Pacific Ocean, all while raising money for cancer research. His good friend, Doug Allward, drove a van that would be their home for the next couple of years. Terry ran through Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Quebec, and Ontario. He only stopped for food, water, events, and at schools to raise awareness and money for cancer research. He would receive cash prizes and donations from many different people. Terry managed to help start a movement called the Marathon of Hope. He continued running through rain, snowstorms, and heat waves. He always refused to stop. On September 1st, 1980, Terry Fox experienced severe chest pain. Unsure of what was happening, he called an ambulance. By the time help came, so did the press. All of them were asking what had happened.
The cancer had spread, and now I've got cancer in my lungs. And we got to go home and try and do some more treatment. But all I can say is if there's any way I can get out there again and finish it, I will.
He was on this stretch of road, at this white marker, when he asked to be taken to the hospital.
Thunder Bay was a surprise and shock, and we weren't expecting that.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Bennett. Unfortunately, cancer has been a relative in our family for a very long time. About 10 years ago, we discovered that a particular gene on my mom's side would result in about 90% chance of having cancer. And if your mom has it or a parent has it, then it's passed down possibly to the children. I'm the middle of three girls. I have an older sister and a younger sister. My mom unfortunately had the gene, which meant that three of us could possibly have it. Fortunately, I did not, but my other two sisters did. What that meant was that my mom had to have her stomach removed.
I had an uncle who was diagnosed with cancer. He was kind of like a father figure to me, so it really affected me and my family when he passed away. He was my grandparents' only son because his older brother had passed away about 10 years prior. It can be really hard to watch someone that you care about slowly fade away.
So cancer has affected my family a few times. Most recently, my father-in-law was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2017.
The Terry Fox Run is incredibly important. Without this run and without raising the funds that this organization does, we would never be as far as we are in trying to deal with cancer. So I am thankful to the organization and for all of the research and the money that has been raised for cancer.
It's really nice to see that people care and want to help. I'm glad that someone has inspired people all over Canada to try and help find a cure.
So Terry Fox Run, I think, is not only like a really empowering story of one person taking on this huge thing that affects so many of us, but it's also gives hope to hopefully finding a cure one day and stopping this disease from hurting so many people.